My name is Krista Celine, and I wanted to show you a little bit of my Disney Project Life / Project Mouse album, and just what I've been up to. I wanted this album to be a little bit different than my previous ones. I usually do digital scrapbooking, and this is kind of a little bit different than I'm normally used to doing, but I decided to do a Project Life version album of this trip and actually be printing it out and putting it into the book. You can find out more information about Project Mouse on my website, and that link should be posted below. And I start this book off with the front page, which is the title page. Taking a look at, since I've never been to Disneyland, I used some of the images that were provided on the PhotoPass CD, or the PhotoPass Plus CD, and just showing off Sleeping Beauty Castle along with Walt and Mickey, and I used a little graphic from Allie Edwards on the top of that one. And also just showing off where we live, which is in Minnesota, and where we were going, and that was to California, and just a little card that says we are going to Disneyland, and that is available on my website for anybody to download if they want to use it. And then obviously the title card, which says the Celine Family Vacation. And we haven't taken our trip yet. We actually leave in about a week, so you know, we're very excited for going. And what I'm going to be showing you today is the pre-trip version of it, what we've been doing to anticipate our trip, and what we've been doing before we go. So here is, we're getting into the pre-trip. And this first page is all about just the travel information for our trip. So the airlines that we took, the time of our flight, the hotel we're staying at, just the basic information that you want to remember and sometimes forget just to document. And it's kind of neat to know when you flew out, when you flew in, and when you booked your trip. And we booked this trip through AAA, so I wanted to show the details of a few things, just the items that we got from AAA when they sent us all of our stuff, and we got cute little luggage tags that they sent for us to put on our luggage. And these are just photos of Sophie and Gabe. They received Mickey Mouse ears when we went to a Disney AAA event, and they got Disney ears, so I wanted to get some fun pictures of them in those. And how we told them. We told them the morning that we went to the Disney event, and Sophie wrote it down in her Minnie Mouse journal, and I thought that was just kind of neat. I loved her handwriting. She wrote every little thing with Mickey ears, and I just wanted to capture that, so I thought I'd stick that in here. Here is a drawing by my son Gabe. He loves to draw Disney characters, and his favorite is Donald Duck. So I thought that was kind of special to include there. And let's see. Becky Higgins has a lot of different, besides the main page protectors that are the main design, she also has these extra little ones, like a 5x7, 8.5 by 11, so you can stick other bits of ephemera in there as well. This one is a Disneyland brochure that came from AAA, and I just thought it was fun. It shows that we're going to Disneyland. This is the first time we're going there, so I thought the image was just really neat of Cars Land, because we're looking forward to seeing that. And then on the back side I put the AAA itinerary, the guest itinerary of what they booked for us, just stating that we booked it, so on and so forth here. Next page is of our countdown. And we did a lot of things to count down our trip. The kids knew about it about 45 days in advance, so we made a really fun Mickey Mouse chained countdown. You can kind of see a close-up look, but this is part of our everyday for 45 days before we went, so I wanted to capture that. It's in the main part of our house, just right in our kitchen, and so this is kind of what they see every day, and it just documents. They take off a chain every day. And then we also had a countdown print off from British Designs on the Capturing Magic blog, and that is free for anybody to download. I just put it in a picture frame, and the kids can just X off with using a wet dry erase marker the days until our trip. The other supplies used here are from Project Mouse, either the basic or the Countdown Reveal Pack, and I like how it looks. I like the clean look that I'm going for in this album, which is, I just want to focus on simple, easy, clean, and getting these memories documented, and I think that does that well. This page is about Valentine's Day. Since Valentine's Day fell before we went on our trip, I thought it would be kind of fun to do a Disney-fied Disney items for the kids. So that's when they got their Mickey and Minnie journal books, and just talking about the excitement that they felt getting some of these things. And Sophie also got her first hoodie, which was a Disneyland hoodie, and she was really excited. There's a cute, fun story about that, so I wrote on one of the journal cards. And then a picture of Gabe actually drawing his characters that I showed on the previous page of Donald Duck. But he really has been enjoying drawing all the characters. And some of these images you can get on the British Designs website, just free for your personal use, just to print off and use in your books. This is a page of our anticipating the trip, and we're starting to get into the planning details here of our trip. And I still had some really fun pictures of the kids I just couldn't leave out, and this is them goofing around with their Mickey ears. And here I did some of our planning books that I had checked out from the library, and I've just been kind of reading through about Disneyland. I'm a little obsessed with planning, so it kind of helped me with my fix before we went on our trip. And another thing that we did as a family was watching Disney movies. You know, on Friday nights, on Saturday nights, when we spend our family time, we had a list of movies that we wanted to see. And I'll try to show that a little bit more. I don't know if you can see that, but it was just a list of movies that I printed off on our home computer. And we just X'd the ones that we watched, and I took a picture of the majority of our Disney movies that we had. I just laid them out on the table and took a snapshot of that. Next, we're still going into the planning, and it's a little bit of a sneak peek for those of you that are following Project Mouse. Since this is the planning stage of our trip, there's a lot of items coming up in Project Mouse that will be available for you to print off and take on trips with you. So I just wanted to show the planning stages. I haven't filled out the details of the journaling yet, but these are some of the pictures of the cards that I had printed off. And then also another thing that I am doing is using a couple different apps for our trip, and using the Touring Plans app, just scheduling. It helps you with wait times and setting a schedule, putting notes in there, and I was doing that this week for our trip. So since it's part of the planning process, I wanted to put that in there because we will be using these apps a lot on our trip. And then the Capturing Magic app, which is to help remind you to take pictures of specific things while you're on your trip. Next is, since I'm a digital scrapbooker, I know that I will probably put some digital scrapbook layouts in this book, and this is one of the first one. It was made by my friend Brittany Levitt of British Designs, and her and I developed Project Mouse to help us scrapbook our mousy vacations, and this is something that she did for us, and I just thought it was really special. So I wanted to include that in our book, and have that, so I'll remember this is when we did this project. I haven't decided, this was also a Becky Higgins insert. It was 8 by 10 and I just cut it off and sewed the edge so it stayed in there nice and tight. And I haven't decided what I'm going to put on this page yet. So this is the last page so far of our planning stages, or the before we go. And it was, at the Disney event we went to, they had a Disney artist there, and she sat in the front and drew pictures of pretty much every Disney character, and we were just so fascinated by her, and she could make this in about 3 to 5 minutes. It was incredible. But after booking our trip, we did get one of the drawings that she drew, and it was pretty special to us and certainly a part of the magic of this trip as well. And so I wanted to include that in here as part of our trip. So this is where I'm at right now, and that's basically our pre-trip portion of my Project Mouse trip, of our Project Mouse, and we leave here in a few days. I hope you enjoyed just watching a little bit of what my book looks like so far, and I hope it helped you out. Thanks for watching.